Hello, this is Group G4 from Lab 1E, and welcome to our video presentation on Food Ordering Management System. So this system is able to handle food menu management and also order management. So now onto the system demonstration. The first thing that appears is a welcome page to our Burgenbier Ordering Management System. As I press any key, the main menu will be displayed. I have to choose between managing menu, manage orders, or exit. Let's say I enter something not from the list of choices. An error will appear. So now I enter the item management menu. So in this menu, I am able to add, view, search, or edit item, or return to the main menu. So now I want to add item. Let's say I put. So now I'm in add item feature. So the first thing that I have to do is to choose item category, whether it is a burger, snack, or drink. So if I put an input that is not a part of the list, let's see here, an error will appear. So I want to add a drink. I'll choose the drink category, which is number 3. An item ID is generated with the prefix matching the first letter of the category chosen. So in this case, I choose drink. So the first letter of the item ID is D. So now I put in item name. Let's say I put lemonade. Okay. Next is item description. Let's say if I enter and leave it empty, an error will appear saying that item description cannot be empty. Please try again. So I put in the description, freshly squeezed lemonade. There. And then I need to put in the price of the lemonade. Let's say I put a symbol there. So an error appears. It says invalid input, please enter a valid price greater than 0. So if you put in non-numeric input or a value that is less than 0, an error will appear. So let's say just put ringgit. It says item successfully added, and then an item summary will be displayed showing the details of the item. So next, I press any key. And then it leads me back to the item management menu. So now I want to view the item I added previously. I can put in number 2. So now in this, I am able to see all the items added before this, and also the item I added latest. And here, the items are sorted according to the categories. So here, the top is burger, drinks, and snacks. If I look at the drinks category, there it is, lemonade. Yeah, that's all.
I will demonstrate the search item and edit item. First, in the main menu, I will enter number 1 to manage menu. And then it will go to item management where you can manage your item. Now I will demonstrate search item and edit item. If I enter number 3, it will go to search item section, and it will prompt the user to enter item ID. Let's say I want to enter B01. The system will load all available items from the system by using the file, and then it will display the items details including ID, name, price, description, and category. If I enter the item that not available in the file, let's say I want to enter B05, it will inform the user the item not found. Next is edit item. I will enter 4 to go edit section. And then it will prompt user to enter ID to search the item, where later it will retrieve the store item in the file. Let's say I want to enter B04. the system will load all available items from the system by using the file, and then it will display the items detail including ID, name, price, description, and category. It's the same concept with search item, where it will retrieve the details from the file and display it. After that, it is given option to delete the item. If you enter Y, it will delete the item in the system as well as in the file. Let's say I want to delete this item. I will enter yes. Okay, I will press enter, and let's check if the item is successfully deleted or not. I will go to search section and search P04 ID, and it will prompt the user the item not found. Basically, it is successful deleted. So I will go back to 4, and I want to edit the item. Let's say I want to P01. Okay, it will show the details. Then I will say, I will enter N. No, I don't want to delete this item. So it will prompt the user to enter new name and price, category, and description. So let's say I want to change the price. Okay, I press enter to keep the current name. I will change the price to 30 ringgit, and I will keep the current category. I will enter 0. And let's say in the future I want to change the category. I just enter either 1, 2, or 3. For description, I want to state the current description. Let's say I will press enter. Okay, it will prompt the user the item updated successfully. I will press enter and check if it is updated successfully or not. I will go to number 3 section, and I will check the item B01, and then it prompt the user that the new price is already updated. Price is 30 ringgit right now. Before this, the price is 12.50 ringgit. So I will press enter. So if you want to go back to your main menu, I just enter number 5, and then it will automatically go to main menu. And if you want to manage order, you just enter 2, and if you want to exit, just enter 3. But if you want to manage menu, then you enter 1. Thank you.
I will be demonstrating on how to add an order and view orders. To be able to add an order, we have to enter the choice of one. This will show you the menu, which has various categories from burgers, drinks, and snacks. To enter an order, you have to enter the customer's name. And then you have to enter the item ID of the food that you would like, which I will go for loaded fries. If you want to add more orders, you just input more item ID that you want. If you're done, you can press 0. This will then proceed to show you an option to add any notes for the order. Let's say we want our loaded fries to have extra cheese. This will then bring us to the information of the order. And it will also let us know that the orders was placed successfully. Moving on, view orders. To view orders, you have to press 2. This will then show us the past orders and the orders that have been made just now. I will be demonstrating on how to add an order and view orders.
Thank you, Afnan. Now let us move on with the search order feature and edit order feature. So, if you want to search order, you just input number 3 at the order management, and it'll reroute you to search orders page. So it'll prompt you to enter order ID or customer name to search. So let's say we go with order ID, alright, and this is the order that was found. So it'll display order ID, date ordered, customer name, total price, notes, and items ordered. So if you press any key, it'll go back to the order management. So let's say we do the search order by the customer name. So let's say Auni. So there are 2 orders with the name Auni. So order ID 5 and order ID 4. So now let us edit the order. Edit order ID. Let's go with number 5. Order ID 5. So do I want to delete this order? No. We'll do the yes after this, but as of now we'll do this. So enter new customer name. I don't want to change the name, so I will go with enter. Do I want to remove an item? Let's say I want to remove an item. So I want to remove the mozzarella sticks. So the ID is S03. And item removed successfully. Do you want to add an item? I will go with no. And enter new note. I don't want to enter any note, so we'll just enter. So this is the finalized order for order ID 5. If we edit again and we go with customer name, order ID, we'll go with order ID 4. Do I want to delete this order? Let's say I want to delete this order, so we'll go with yes. Order deleted successfully. So when you view orders, order ID number 4 will not be there. See? And then if you just return to main menu, it'll go back to the main menu. And if you go with exit, let's say you want to exit the system and you accidentally clicked it, so you just go with no, it'll return you back to the main menu. However, if you really want to exit, then you just go with yes and you will exit the system. Thank you, Afnan. Now let us move on with the search order.
Hi, this is Aminuina. So to answer the first question, what have I contributed to the project? I contributed to the entire coding part. I came up with the features and structure of the program, and I proposed the objective of the program to my team, which it should be able to manage items in our burger joint menu and orders from customers. I also planned how to implement all the requirements and class concepts in the program, as well as how all of the functions work and interact with each other, then turn it to code. The second question, what have I learned from the subject? I finally learned the surface level of how object-oriented programming works, which I'm really happy about, including the different classes, concepts, and not only do I get to learn the concepts, but I also learn how to implement them in C++ coding, which is another journey on its own, and it's a really fun process to learn. How much time did I spend to develop my part? So it took me almost 2 weeks for the entire process to code, which consists of planning and implementing. While coding, I spent quite a lot of time learning new things to make the program execute how we want it to be, such as new libraries, different libraries and different types of file handling, and also different ways to manage errors. Last question, what are the obstacles I faced during the project development? So first is file handling. Sometimes there are errors in saving and loading content from the files. So I tried out different ways to handle files like text and binary file, but eventually I settled for text files. Next is input validation and error handling throughout the entire system. And then I also felt like one of the challenges was designing the order management system. The order management function to accommodate the requirement that multiple items can be added in a single order. It was a challenging job to create a functioning error-free program, but I'm glad that it worked out in the end.
I had contributed myself in the coding, documentation and presentation for the project. I did the coding for add, view, search and edit item function. I also did the flowchart for add, view, search and edit order function. Other than that, I did detailed description of C++ libraries used in the program in the documentation, and also take part in the presentation for the project. I learned to understand the concept and how to apply OOP in this project. It also require me to identify the error and how to solve the error during coding. More than that, I learned a lot how to be patient and manage my time to finish the code. I spent more than 2 weeks to finish the code, documentation and presentation. The obstacle I faced during project development is that understanding OOP concept requires a lot of time and it is not easy to understand since some of the part is complicated, so I did face difficulties how to apply the OOP concept in the project.
First question, what have I contributed to this project? I contributed by creating the documentation of the program, including a detailed introduction, objective, problem statement, and program scope. I also helped the section of the program detail, which have done function declaration and UML diagram. For the coding part, I have contributed on creating the intro, main menu, manage item, and manage orders. For the second question, what have I learned from this subject? I have learned a new language, which is C++, and how to create a simple project like a CGPA and GPA calculator and a management program. From the assignment and project, it has made me more aware on how to create a program that is error-free and guides users to go with the flow of the program so the program does not crashes. Third question, how much time did I spend to develop each part? The documentation took around 3 to 4 days, as it needed proper discussion with my groupmates on how they would want to structure the program and what their target is. For the coding, it took around 4 to 5 days in total, as it needed to be perfected so the user knows what to do when in the menu interface. The obstacles that I have faced during the coding was the minor errors that caused the code to flow in an incorrect way, stopping the whole program from running. Problems is also faced during the validation of the user input, as it leads to logical error and runtime error.
For the first question, what have I contributed in the project, and explain my part which I contribute to the project. So for the coding part, I did the add order, view order, edit order, and search order function. I also did the flowchart for add item, view item, search item, and edit item functions in the documentation. Apart from that, I also did the detailed description of object-oriented programming concept in the documentation. Question number 2 is, what have I learned from the subject? Technically, I learned to understand and apply the OOP concept so that I can understand our system better. For me, OOP concept is a bit hard to understand and apply. So though it is not my part, OOP concepts is not involved in my part of coding, I think that it is important that all of us understand the concept so that we can identify if we are doing a certain thing correct or not in the project. Apart from that, I also learned how to be patient while doing the code. I have learned that it is normal to get errors every once in a while, and it is just a part of coding and we cannot run from it. Question number 3 is, how much time did I spend to develop my part? So overall for the coding, for the flowchart, and for the detailed description of the OOP concept, I spent about 2 weeks to do my part. And the last question is, what are the obstacles I faced during my project development? So I find myself not able to understand and apply some OOP concepts. Like I said, this is personally it is hard for me to understand and grasp fully. So again, although I did the function part, I think it is just important to understand the OOP concepts for us to ensure that our system is on the right track and we are not doing it wrong. And I also had a hard time understanding it and how to apply it in our system, but thankfully my teammates are definitely helpful. They definitely help a lot in terms of helping me understand a certain concepts that I do not understand. So that is my answer for all the questions.
Now we have reached the end of our presentation. Thank you for watching.